This is Millie. She's a young lab and she's staying with us for our board and train program. She was pretty wild on leash before. As you can see, she was pretty crazy. She was a challenge to walk and it wasn't much fun for anybody, including her. She's doing well enough now that it's actually fun to take her in public. There's still a lot of work to do yet, but we're getting there. If you're curious how we got her to this point, definitely watch our full-length video showing how we acclimated her to the collar, how we taught her the heel command, and how we started this process. We still have a lot of training and socializing left to do with Millie, and it's pretty hot out today. We're in the Nashville area. It's going to be about 95 degrees, so we're going to do one of our favorite things, which is go inside and train in Home Depot and socialize in the AC. Home Depot and other public places are not the place to teach a command, so don't bring your dog here unless they already know the heel command. It's a great place to practice it, but trying to teach them in this environment is going to be way too much for them and way too much for you. If you've never brought your dog to Home Depot before, I would suggest coming on a weekday. Weekends can be pretty hectic, and the goal is you have a good, fun experience and you ease into the bigger challenges. If your dog is young like Millie or has a lot of excitability issues, you might need a long warm-up before coming in Home Depot just to get them in training mode. Some people go for a walk in the neighborhood first, others will come to Home Depot and train in the parking lot for a few minutes, but the goal is you get them no longer crazy, you get them listening, you get them in training mode, and then you look for harder distractions. Once you've warmed them up and you're in the store, continue to make them heel, especially if they're young or excitable. If you give too much freedom, they're gonna get into trouble. They're gonna pull, they're gonna jump, so continue heeling the entire time and pay attention to your dog when needed. You've probably heard me say this before, it's incredibly important to practice passing people and to show your dog that they can't say hi to everybody. Otherwise you end up with a dog who when they see a person, they think they get to pull there and say hi. So look for people, practice passing them and making sure your dog can heel without trying to jump on them. So as you pass, give as much guidance as you need. Millie, heel. Good girl. If you need to talk to them, that's fine. If you need a little tug to get their attention back on you, that's okay too. Millie, heel. So as your dog does better and better, you can eventually give less guidance and even practice letting go with your left hand if they're doing well enough. Millie, heel. Come on, girl, heel. There you go. Once your dog is doing well enough, you can practice your obedience commands. Millie, sit. Good girl. Down. Good girl, Millie. Stay. Free. Good girl. Heel. Before you let them say hi to anybody, make sure they're under control. Millie, heel. What we'll generally do is heel them up to a person. When we get there, I'll tell her, Millie, sit. And the goal is just to break a little bit of excitement here. When I like her behavior, I'll tell her, free. And of course, the person can pet her and say hi, and she can get love. And here I just keep an eye on her, and if she were to jump, I would just give a little tug on the leash and tell her no. And if she got too overstimulated and too wild, I might just have to tell her heel, walk her off, calm her down, and then re-enter the situation. But Millie's on day 4. She's made a ton of progress, so she's able to say hi calmly now. You've probably noticed a theme in this video, and it's keep your dog under control when you're in public. When they listen well, you can take them more places, you can have fun with them, and really enjoy your life together. Thanks for watching.